Pirates, it's Rachel, and I'm coming to you today from my sewing room. It's also the wonderful month of October, which means it's hoodie season. I have on my favorite Sporty Pico today, and I'm hoping that you have on your favorite Patterns for Pirates make too. Because it's hoodie season, I'm sure you have many planned for your fall wardrobe. A lot of times hoodies call for drawstrings, which means installing grommets. So I'm here today to show you how absolutely easy it is to do that. And it is not something to be afraid of. It is super easy. Typically you buy one kit and it gives you everything you need to make it happen. So let's get started. So I have two different sizes of grommets or eyelets to show you today. I've got a large set, which is probably not what you'd typically use with a hoodie, but I just thought it'd be helpful to see it. You have your eyelet. The eyelet is always what faces outwards. You have a washer, and that's usually what goes behind. You have an anvil, and that's what you'll be actually hammering on. And then you've got your setting tool. It's not much different with the small eyelets, as you see here. The only addition is that a lot of times the kits include plastic washers just to better ensure that your grommet is set and secure. And I've already ironed on some fusible interfacing just to better secure the knit fabric. Knit fabric, as we all know, does tend to grow over time with washing. So you want to make sure that you do everything you can to set that eyelet in place and never have to think about it again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip a very small cross in between the centers of each of these pieces, and I'm just going to pretend that I already know that's where my placement needs to be for my drawstring. You want to make sure that you don't snip these snips too wide. And I'll just show you real quick how big that hole is. It's not very big at all, but it'll be just big enough for me to take the eyelet piece and push it through the fabric. Very simple. So that's the front of the fabric, obviously the back of the fabric. You'll then take your washer and set it on top of that, like so, and grab your anvil. You'll lay everything on top of the anvil, take your setting tool, insert the short end into the post of the eyelet, and just give it a few good whacks. You probably don't need to do more than 4 or 5 decent whacks. And you can actually feel the grommet getting tighter. Now that is a very tight fit. So what's happened is, as you've hammered, the post of the eyelet has actually folded over the washer and secured everything in place. And that is one perfect grommet set. So now I'll show you how to do the smaller one. It's the same process, it's just smaller. And again, you want to make sure that your hole isn't any bigger than the inside of that circle right there. You want to make sure it's very tiny so it doesn't get stretched out. It goes through the front, and you can see that hole that I've cut, that cross hair that I've cut, is opening up, making it really easy to push the post through, but it's still got a nice tight fit around it as well. And like I said, with these smaller eyelets, they're typically the ones that you'd use for a hoodie. They come with plastic washers as well, so just extra reinforcement. You can't ever have too much. The last thing that we want to do is have a hoodie falling apart. Now, the washer for the smaller eyelet, you want to have the domed side up. So I'm just going to set that on top, grab my anvil. You'll see that the anvil is substantially smaller than the one I just used. You always want to use an anvil that's appropriately sized for your grommet. Set that on top. And insert your post. The short end goes in. and hammer away. And you are all set. 2 perfect grommets. And they go in, they install so quickly, so easily. Now, before I had any experience with setting grommets, I would try to do everything I could to avoid them, and now I don't know why. They're just really easy to add. That's all you need to do. So I hope I did justice in showing you, demonstrating to you how easy it is to install grommets. There's really nothing to be afraid of. They go in very easily, and it's a skill that you'll take with you in every hoodie, every garment that you make that requires drawstrings moving forward. I used to try to do the buttonhole technique, which was exactly what it sounds like, sewing buttonholes into garments, thinking that that would be easier than setting a grommet, and it is not. It is not. Grommets are definitely the way to go. So if you have any questions, please let us know. Here at Patterns for Pirates, we are more than happy to help. That's what we're here for. We want sewing to be something that you love to do, not something that's frustrating. So until next time, I wish you happy sewing.